Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So, as we expected yesterday, caution was warranted, and the member said this could be just the extended top of the range, which is exactly what it turned out to be. However, we are back at the moving averages here, so you can see where we are, and there is a lot of chaos to the left here. I mean, it's going to be kind of difficult to put all the levels in, but every one of these tails is indicating some situation at the moment. So we've had a 2-bar pullback basically in a bull trend. We didn't quite get above here. That would have been interesting if we'd got above that and sort of broken that structure. That would have started to validate this double bottom here. So for now, we're still range bound. That is just the extended top of the range, and we are looking for what I hope will be some structure in the middle. Otherwise, we're going to start forming a megaphone, and you just need to draw your trend lines down the bottom and your trend lines along the top, and then we have an expanding megaphone formation inside a range. It's a consolidation pattern, but the problem is it can go either way. So social experiment, should we rather say, is going pretty interesting. It's interesting to see where you guys are sharing on social media. So let's keep it going this week, and don't forget a little thumbs up there for me as well. But share on any social media platform. I see lots of people sharing on WhatsApp as well, which is quite interesting. I thought that was just my usual guys, but there seems to be a lot more people doing that. Anyway, what we need to be doing here is looking for structure. Now, when you look at the 3-hour, there is a ton of structure in this little area that we're in now. So look at my oscillators first. They have separated. Okay, they're pointing down. My faster moving oscillator is starting to roll, and if it crosses over above this 20 and this one crosses over below the 80 like it is now, we are in for a explosive move to the upside. So keep that in the back of your mind when you are looking for trades. The second thing I need you to do is get that. You see what I'm doing here? So I'm just looking for the rejection which was there, and this is where we found support. Drop below, found support, drop below it, drop below it, drop below it. So it was very important a couple of weeks ago, but the last 2 weeks it's been neglected. So there is my zone of support that I need to look at. The last thing that you want to do, just to ensure that you have the right idea, is have a look on the Fibonacci of this move. Where is the 50, which is right down here? That's 61.8, and that would also be a Fibonacci level, but I don't have all of the Fibonacci levels in on my Fibonacci because those are the only two that I really pay attention to. So that's the first step. We're not quite at a Fibonacci. So we have a grouping of the moving averages, and look how flatlined they are on the 3-hour. And you know, this does look interesting. I think when you start drilling down to the time frames, you're going to see a grouping, crossover, pointing up, off a level. We have a pin bar at the close with confirmation. Not something that we need to be trading because obviously the volumes are extremely low there, and this was a relatively big move on Friday. And if you just go to the daily, you'll see it's a big daily inside bar. But look here, I will take that with a pinch of salt at the moment. Let's get down to 50-minute. That's kind of what we want to be looking at. So everything was going fine until the US market opened, and then we dropped. Everything was just going sideways, and then all of a sudden we dropped. So for me, this is still the structure I want to pay attention to. 5922 If we drop below that, then I'm looking at the next level, just below it, which is 15,860. However, what you also need to do now, and this is where it can get really messy, because you remember on the 8 hour, you had so many tails in this zone. Ultimately, this is my stop area down here somewhere. So my stop area is going to be below 15,860. And I would just take it to like 15,850 just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. Just make sure there's nothing. Well, actually, there is something a little bit low. So let me just get this in. See those three tails there? That is also some structure we need to pay attention to. Okay, so idea is going to be quite simple today. What you're looking for is a bounce off 15,922, 15,898, or 15,860, or 15,827. So the nice thing is, if you see the price action, and the price action needs to be like this. So you can see that's an inside bar, touching or just piercing the level. Your entry is going to be sort of on the top, and then your stop, just drop it below the second level. So just keep it one level away. Well, that was too late in the session and after hours to go after it, but nevertheless, what you'd be looking at here is this kind of setup. Or if you look on the reverse here, look at these tails here on that level. So there's your pin bar, and then you've got an engulfing bar, and your entry is below there, just above it. So it's nice and tight, but it gets you to the next level. Okay, that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a bounce off this area, and your target is still top of the range at 16,092. That's kind of the outlook I have right now. There is a gap all the way down here. You see that? Where is that? That is at 15,736. So all that means is that if you do start dropping below these levels here, then you can expect to hit the bottom of the range, and the bottom of the range will be kind of, let's just do, where's the gap? There's the gap. So bottom of range is going to be around here at 15,715. But at the moment, this to me is a test of the break of the moving averages here. Granted, we've been above and below for the last 2 weeks, but this could be the situation that we're looking for. And then obviously a break above the top of the range, let's just expand that to the high of Friday. So that's above 16,120. That is going to bring a measured move into play, and that measured move is this move here. And this is going to be interesting. Because of the chaos we got. There we go, got it right. And that brings us up here, which is a new high, and that targets 16,400. Okay, so that's kind of the bigger play that we're looking at the moment. Pay very close attention to these levels here, because as soon as you see price action on these levels, you're looking for another attempt at the high of Friday. Did go a little bit higher than, went a little bit higher than Friday, sorry, so it's a high of yesterday. There's the high of Friday there, and we did get above it, but obviously now we need to create a new high. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. It could still range. It is in a range, so it could still range, but just wait for the price action. Make sure that it's solid. If it's not solid, don't take the trade. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.